Hey guys, this is not live. This is recorded just a little bit after I hurriedly left for Talks Machina. I did end up getting to the final part of the Master Trials. There is a little bit of lore here, and I wanted to make sure that it was covered because I'm probably not going to get to this whenever I actually play through Breath of the Wild. The trials were set up in a very Zelda way. So there was the first set of trials, the lower trials, where it was pretty much just a gauntlet of enemies that you had to fight through, the trials of power. Then there were a lot of trials where you did have to do a lot of creative thinking, but you were either flying through the air or you were in the dark and having to fight all these enemies. Um, Things that I'm sure on Link's side, less on the player's side, will require a lot of courage. And then you go into these final trials, the hardest trials. Hardest if you take them in a certain way. They give you a lot of items that you're supposed to use, um, like you're solving a puzzle. They give you a lot of ancient arrows that you would think would be used on the Guardians, but instead are probably best to use on Lionel's, silver enemies, things that would wear down your resources enough so that you would have a very hard time going through these trials. They give you a lot of ice arrows to use on fire enemies and vice versa. They give you a lot of chances to knock enemies into lava. These are definitely the trials of wisdom, and I think the reason that I've been having so much difficulty getting into these last trials was just because I wasn't thinking about solving them in that particular way. Because these were all lumped into the Master Trials DLC, where they introduced like the super hard mode, you're sort of the game is sort of setting us up to like want to do those reflexes, flurry blows, sort of combat heavy style stuff, not thinking about it as a puzzle. There were a lot of guardians in that last bit. They give you a lot of horses to like charge up against the Spire Guardians. They give you a lot of bomb arrows to like knock the flying guardians down to the ground, and they give you a lot of towers at the top of which are those I want to call them Sentinel Guardians, the one that are just like totem poles. And I really don't know how you were supposed to solve them. I just ended up climbing up to one and shot like 30 arrows into its face, and eventually it died. So lot of very difficult trials that our champion has to go through. Now, I'm at the end of these trials, and we can see this platform that I've been climbing as I've been succeeding in these trials. But now we have the ability to climb up to the very top. This is this is so awesome. And like, look at all of this. This shit is beautiful. I love this stuff. This is so aesthetic. Now, as we come up into this final place, the stages look, they're in certain poses. Certain poses that, if you've played Ocarina of Time, you'll probably recognize. You got the arms like that. You got the arms crossed. You've got the arms outstretched. You have the triangle. You've got, yeah. That's the only thing I can call that pose. Got that. And you got this. And note that there's 7. in Ocarina of Time, we know 7 particular characters that make those poses. The 6 sages that we unlock, that we free from the temples, and Zelda. Zelda, of course, being the 7th sage that rules among them all, the one who seals Ganon away with her beam of light, Triforce energy. And this was honestly just such a neat touch. We all, like, whenever the game was first coming out, we did see, like, hey, there were monks that were doing the Triforce poses on the Great Plateau. And I'm sure there's so many other Easter eggs with these Sheikah monks in this game, but this one just, it blows my mind, because, like, what's the implication? Are these the mummified remains of 7 sages? Probably not, because these are all supposed to be Sheikah, but does this have to take place in the adult timeline? Because that's the only timeline where those sages were awakened? Like, I love this game. I love this game so much. You have done well. The depth of your heroism is beyond question. We are the ones who prepared this trial, following a revelation from the goddess Hylia. To the one who has overcome the trial of the sword, you have proven your hand worthy of the legendary Master's Sword. Now that the hero has gained the power necessary to combat the calamity, a sacred duty has been fulfilled. Chosen hero. With the awakened Master Sword now boasting its true splendor, protect the kingdom of Hyrule, for now and for always. We did it. Just basking in this glow right now. Fi? Ah, so you have finally returned. Your mind, body, and soul are now ready to wield the Master Sword at its full potential. You never fail to impress. Now you are truly one with that sword of yours. I must say, its sacred glow suits you well. As ever, I shall watch over your journey from here. The princess. I am certain Hyrule's princess is pleased with your accomplishment as well. We heard Fi. I'm gonna save a lot of this discussion for whenever I actually play Breath of the Wild. Because there is a lot of... Fi is mentioned during the story of Breath of the Wild. And the fact that Link has not heard her up until this point is telling. But we've awakened the Master Sword to its full to its full potential, and we have now heard Fi. That's fucking awesome. It's such a good detail. Anyway, if you've watched this, thank you so much. And I will see y'all in another video. Bye bye.